Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again looking ahead to today's slate for Wednesday, March 11th. As normal, hopefully you guys all did pretty good on Tuesday, and it was a bounce back day for us on Fanduel, and also our DraftKings lineup advice absolutely killed as well as like top 2% last night. So definitely very good for some DK. And like I said, it wasn't too bad here for Fanduel. It was really close in tournaments. A couple tournaments didn't win, but most of them did. And as you see here, this was one of our subs, won about what 300-ish dollars, so not too bad. Went in the 222 and so on and so forth. Double ups, it was really easy cash for that 301 and that one there, and a couple other cash in double ups. So yeah, I mean double ups were pretty easy last night. 50-50s were pretty easy to cash in, as you see there. So and then tournaments were hit and miss. Some of them did, some of them did not. But overall, definitely going to count that as a win, as I usually do play a lot more cash. Play a little bit of tournaments, but mostly tell everybody to play quite a bit of cash. So, yeah, nice W for us. And like I said, DraftKings was pretty solid as well. Anyway, to get in on some FanDuel and DraftKings lineup advice, all you have to do is message us on Twitter, which will be down there in the comment section below. And also, as you guys see right here, I just posted this 2 hours ago. As you see, it says, since there is not a lot of time left in the NBA, we are offering NBA Day Pass. As you see there, get one NBA lineup for the day for only $7. We're not offering weekly or anything like that. It's just $7 per day. So, and you can't sign up for 3 days for 21. I'm not doing that. I know that sounds stupid, but we're just going to do $7 per day. Just because I don't want it to get too crazy, just because I have all the monthly guys and I don't want to worry about like 4 or 5 guys that have a 2 day pass or a 3 day pass, so on and so forth. So it's just going to be $7 per day. Once that day is over, you can resend to 7 if you want to. So that is mostly it. And as normal, we've got Draft Dashboard as well to get my own personal player pool and everything that they have to offer. Link will be down there in the comment section below as well. So that is that. Like I said, not too bad of a night for us. Hopefully, you guys did good as well. Anyway, this is our slate today. We got a half decent 6 gamer, so we'll try to get into it a little bit for you guys. Detroit and Philly. This all depends on Joel Embiid. This is an early game, so hopefully we get news on Joel Embiid. Obviously, Simmons is out. Josh Richardson is back in this one, so that might hurt a little bit of Bergs. Still think. Shake Milton probably going to start. I want to see if there's any minute restriction on Richardson because he was out because of a concussion. So I still think he was still conditioning and stuff like that. So he could be kind of a sneaky play, a lot of usage for him, depending on his minutes. Harris still a viable option for sure. I don't mind Al Horford, only if obviously Joel Embiid is out. If he's in, obviously that's going to hurt Horford. That's going to hurt almost everybody there. And same thing with him. If he's in, depending on his minute restriction as well, is if I'm going to play him or not. So, yeah, as of now, Al Horford and Harris, if Joel Embiid is out, don't mind a little bit of Richardson, depending on his minutes. And Melton, I think he kind of goes by the wayside a little bit. Still maybe about 25, 26, but not as high on him. Christian Wood's been pretty solid, not the greatest matchup, but Wood has definitely been there for Detroit. And that's mostly it. Bruce Brown is out. Maybe go a night. That's mostly it that I'm looking at there in that one. So definitely check the game time decisions on that one. New York and Atlanta here in this one. We have a back-to-back for New York and also Atlanta. They didn't play yesterday, but they had a double overtime game the night before. We'll see how this one goes. Trae Young, like I said, he's always worth a shot. Peyton absolutely sucked yesterday. He only played, 18 minutes or something like that. Frank Ntilikina came in and absolutely dominated the point guard position. So we'll see who gets minutes tonight. I expect Peyton to come back here. Looks like Kevin Huerter's going to play maybe 25, 26. We'll have to see. This one could be straight up annihilation by Atlanta, or New York could be pretty solid. We'll have to see what is going on here. RJ Barrett, I mentioned him yesterday. He didn't do bad. 31. I told you guys he was a pretty good kind of a GPP play. So Once again, I don't mind him. Doesn't play the biggest minutes, but still not a bad option. Cam Reddish, Hunter, both those guys are solid. I think Collins is going to play in this one, so once again, he is in a pretty good spot as well. Definitely don't mind putting him in there. Dwayne Dedman should play about 27, 30 minutes, and he's actually been pretty good as well. He has a tough matchup with Mitchell Robertson, but still, he's kind of a defensive-minded guy for the most part. Robertson could be up and down just because his minutes have been okay recently, but Bobby Portis has definitely been earning him a lot of run, which is hurting Robertson just a couple minutes in how many he is playing. But for the most part, Portis is playing pretty good, but it's always iffy with this dude. Just don't know his minutes. Minutes are always up and down. So that's kind of what we got going on in that one. And I obviously forgot to mention Randall. Didn't do that great yesterday, but I don't mind putting them in here today. Charlotte and Miami could be a blowout here. If Nunn's out, Dragic, solid option. If Jimmy Butler, I think he's probable. Let me go look. Um, okay, so he's still questionable. I wouldn't be surprised if they held him out because, I mean, they don't really need him here against Charlotte. So if he's out, Dragic, Duncan Robertson comes into play, Derrick Jones, if Crowder's out. Then Bam obviously gets a boost as well. So don't mind those guys at all. I don't really care for the Charlotte side. I think their side of the total is going to be like anywhere from 95 to 100, which isn't that great. So definitely could be a blowout. If it stays close, I guess Graham's going to have something to do with it. If Jimmy Butler's out, I don't mind maybe taking a flyer with Devontae Graham. Moving on, we got Denver and Dallas. Denver's been absolute trash. They barely even beat a Milwaukee team that were playing like their guys from G League. It was just terrible. Denver's just absolute trash right now for the most part. They're just not playing well as a team. Anyway, it is back to back for Denver. So sorry for Dallas. So Luka Doncic was game time decision yesterday. We'll see if they play him on a back to back. This game kind of matters. Both these teams are right up there. So maybe a little bit of positioning here. I mean, I don't think Denver is going to get knocked out, but anyway, it's still a pretty good game. This game definitely does matter. So I don't mind Will Barton, don't mind Luka if he plays, don't mind some Kit Sports. And I guess Paul Millsap looked pretty good last time out. But like I said, Paul Millsap. He could either do good or absolutely suck. He only played 20 minutes, so that's definitely concerning for sure. I don't know what's going on with Jokic. This dude I don't know, man. He just doesn't want to like shoot the ball anymore. I was watching that game against Milwaukee. He just didn't really care, man. He had 10 points, but I think he had one or two field goals in the first half. Like, come on, man. So I don't know what's going on with him. He's definitely gonna have to get aggressive. Maybe Malone talked to him and said, "Hey, man, get your shit together." Who knows? But he's not playing well. He's being way passive, and obviously that's not going to help Denver at all. They need him to shoot the ball. So who knows? Maybe he comes out here and absolutely kills the slate. It wouldn't surprise me. Utah and OKC. This one's actually not bad. Once again, these two teams are kind of right next to each other in the playoff hunt there. Don't mind Paul. I really don't mind the OKC side here. Paul Mitchell, solid option. Shea should play in this one. I probably take Bogdanovich over Gallinari, and don't mind a little bit of Rudy Gobert either. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. And then New Orleans and Sacramento is our last one. This one should be fast paced. Hopefully, no blowout. Both these teams play pretty good. Anyway, we got Ball, Fox. Like I said, both those guys are solid. I'd probably take Fox if you had the pick. Don't mind Drew Holiday if you can afford him. Buddy Hield, half decent coming off the bench there. Ingram, he's been okay. I don't know if he's really needed here. Zion, he hasn't been doing as good recently, but obviously Zion is Zion, and he could easily get you 35 to 40 here. Like I said, kind of taking, I guess, a back seat here, but still pretty viable for the most part. You see here, Rashawn Holmes is coming back. As we know, he's kind of that defensive player mindset for sure for him. He's not playing biggest minutes yet, but if for some weird reason we get announced that he's starting, which we probably won't, but if he starts for some reason, definitely worth a shot. And don't mind maybe Favors 24-25, but nothing too crazy. All right, moving on. Let's go look and see what I can give you guys here. Let's see. Man, Luka Doncic's 11-2. I don't know if I can really afford that. If you can't get these two, I really, I mean, it would be nice to get one of them. But if you can, I don't mind going like Lonzo and Fox. I know they're playing each other, but that should be the best game to stack. If you don't want one of those guys, definitely don't mind some CP3, as I mentioned. He could be in a pretty good spot as well at lower ownership than those guys. Like I said, Drew Holiday, solid option if you can afford him, but he's pretty dang expensive here. Um, I did mention Buddy Hield as well. Don't mind him. Richardson, depending on his minutes. If obviously if Butler's out, you can go Dragic, Duncan Robertson, RJ Barrett. I'd probably pick Barrett over Robertson here if you had to go pick somebody. But yeah, like I said, for sure, if Jimmy Butler's out, definitely got to take one of these guys out and put in Dragic because he was just absolutely dominant when when Jimmy Butler was out. Moving on here, we have I'm probably going to pick Harris and then Barton and then Bogdanovich if that's probably where I'd go there. Uh, Power forwards, if for some reason Luka Doncic is out on a back to back, going to put in Porzingis. I'd probably pick Collins over him though, just because the more favorable matchup. Bam also solid if you can't get him, depending on Jimmy Butler. That's kind of what we got going on there. Al Horford, don't mind him. Washington really pissed me off last time out. He had 3 or 4 fouls in the first half, and they only played him like 16 minutes. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, I don't mind Jokic in a GPP just because who knows? Maybe the coach talked to him here, told him to get this crap together. Rudy, definitely don't mind him. Mitchell Robertson, then Dwayne Dedmon. Dedmon really not a bad option at only 5,000. Can easily get you about 25 to 28 here tonight. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Really don't mind this slate. We'll have to see with all the injuries how it all pans out. If Embiid's going to play, if Doncic's going to sit on the back-to-back, so on and so forth. So that is mostly it. If you guys want to get in on premium FanDuel lineup advice and DraftKings advice as well, we'd love to have you guys come join us and help you guys out. And also, we are doing sportsbook as well. And like I said, we do have our draft dashboard player pool. Like I said, it's pretty simple. You slide up, you get my own personal player pool, and also you have everything that they have to offer as well. So that is mostly it. So yeah, like I said, another W for us last night. DraftKings didn't do too bad either. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are new, hit that sub button and also leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. All right, guys.